I just got done with a therapy session maybe 20 minutes ago, maybe. And I was talking to her about this thing where I kept repeating the cycle. I kept repeating the same thing over and over and over again. I kept seeing the same things, but in a different way through life. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I kind of explained to her what has happened in my recent life. So a little backstory is month ago, my car spun an engine bearing. My dad's got hit in a hit and run, which totaled his vehicle, and my girlfriend's timing chain all blew up within a week. All three of our cars sent everything in, kind of a crap show. And what was going on is, so I took the responsibility upon myself to help, trying to help him find a vehicle, trying to help myself find a vehicle, trying to help my girlfriend find a vehicle, and that's not on top of everything else I'm trying to do with my life. So what happened is I just got stretched really, really, really thin. So I got really irritable and frustrated and yada, yada, yada. And now we're starting to come out of that. We're starting to come out of that divot and we're starting to move back up. And so I feel a lot better now, but a lot of stuff is going on. So essentially is every time I'm trying to make a step in my life, I'm trying to, like for right now, my big step is I'm trying to leave my home state. I'm trying to leave. I want to go somewhere else. I want to experience something else. I want to try and open myself to bigger opportunities in life. And so I'm really I'm trying to leave. And it seems like every time I'm trying to make a big step in my life, a big leap, is something happens and I get pushed back in my comfort zone. I'm forced to take a couple steps back. And I never really understood why. I'm like, okay, well, why am I trying to, like, why is this happening to me? Why? And I couldn't understand, and I needed help trying to figure it out. So I mentioned it to my therapist, and she said it like this: every time you're about to take a step out of your comfort zone and you get forced back, is you take the opportunity upon yourself to help others. So what you're doing is you're pleasing others. You're a people pleaser at this point. He's like, you're not a people pleaser for a lot of things in life. I used to be, but for this one thing, this hasn't changed. Is every time something hits the fan, is I take it upon myself to take their burden and help them when they don't necessarily need the help. And so I'm people pleasing. And what that does is I'm setting myself further back. And it happens every time. That's the cycle I keep continuing is problem happens to me or said family members. I take it the responsibility upon myself to help them. And what that does is in turn set me back. And I've been repeating this cycle for a very long time. And I just want to talk about that while it's fresh in my mind, is to don't forget to pull in some help. Sometimes, like, no matter how far along you are in your growth journey, no matter how far along you are in your life, sometimes you just need an outside perspective. You need someone else to put their spin on things. You need another pair of eyes. You need that perspective that you just don't have because you're your own person. You need another person to offer you that perspective. So, and what that did is that's really going to help me in the long run. Now I know that not everybody needs my help. I don't need to take their responsibility. I don't need to take their problem for me and then make it mine and then figure it out for them. I don't need to do that. I can allow them to figure it out themselves, and I can do what's right for me and my family. So then we can take that next step. So then I can take that leap that I've been wanting to take for, it seems like forever now. So don't forget to get another pair of eyes. Sometimes it's incredible. So I'll see you in the next one. Are you laying on my hat, sir? What are you doing laying on my hat, huh?